Hello! Welcome to my channel. My name's Kaela, and you're all probably new here. I only have one subscriber currently. I'm really excited about this art piece that I'll be doing for you guys. I sketched it last night, and I'm going to go ahead and color it in with some alcohol markers and some mixed media. The background will be some acrylic gouache. I'm just showing you the swatches here. So I plan on just doing a voiceover for the whole thing. Like I said, I'm new to the whole YouTube thing, and I don't know if I am capable of doing art, focusing the camera, mothering my daughter, and also talking at the same time. Just choosing the colors for this piece was stressful enough for me. I was not prepared. I should have done some sort of thumbnailing and figured it out ahead of time, but I just dove head first. You know, everybody always says just go ahead and start, and I'm tired of being a chicken, so I'm go aheading and starting. I'm pretty nervous, but I think the more that I do it, it'll be alright. I have a lot of great ideas that I can't wait to show and try out, and just, this is more for me, more like my diary, I guess you could say, like my art diary. I'd like to leave something for my kids to look at, you know, when I'm old and gone, and they want to see what mom did, or whatever picture they have of mine hanging on their wall, they can go back and find the video and be like, hey, that's my painting. So I think that would be pretty cool. I'm so glad you're here if you're here. It's going to be kind of long and drawn out. I'm going to be doing a lot of circling and coloring on all these spots, and it's going to take a little while. I sped it all up, so it's kind of just like a time-lapse deal for basically the entire video. But just pop something on in the background if you don't want to listen to me ramble, or just let it play while you're taking a nap, or just hang around, you know, whatever you want to do. You can draw along with me. If you guys want to draw this in your style or whatever, feel free to do it, and then tag me on Instagram. My Instagram is at Kaela_draws_. So if you want to follow me there, that'd be great. I don't have any followers really, or subscribers that like are engaging with me, so the more engagement the better. I just hope you enjoy what I'm doing. I'm just doing this for fun, really. Thanks so much. I'll pop back in whenever. You'll see me add a couple little extra spots here and there, ones that weren't previously sketched out. I just felt like it needed a little extra something. The filling in of these little bubbly guys, the spots on this leopard, it's gonna take a little bit, but once I get this first layer down, it starts to kind of just roll on out, and everything starts to come together really nicely, actually. Just watch and see, and I hope you stick around for the whole thing. Looking back now that the piece is finished, looking back at this point right here in the beginning where I've chose these two lighter tones, I just love these colors that I chose in the beginning. You know, I wish I would have leaned more into it. Maybe I'll do it next time on a different piece, because this is giving like snow leopard vibes, and I went a completely opposite direction by the end of this piece. But I really like these colors. Yeah, you'll see at the end how drastically different it is, but that's really cool about art. You know, you can take it any direction, and it'll completely change the feel of any piece that you're doing. Maybe we'll experiment more here in the future in a different video or something, but yeah. At this point, I'm just starting to build up the contrast and the layers of the darker areas. This is the point where it takes a turn and it starts getting more vibrant, which is what I was aiming for, and I'm happy that I did this. Yeah, it'll just be a little bit more layering and such as we go on. This is a nice blue. I can appreciate this blue, this phthalo blue. So right about here, I get pretty hesitant on which ones that I'd like darker, which are the spots, and that could just be my anxiety speaking, you know. It's all new for me, especially on camera. I definitely felt that pressure, but I started adding some pinks, and it started bringing it to life, you know, kind of bringing in more of my own style, and I can appreciate when the colors just start working together, and I hope that you guys can too, because this was really fun. This was like the point where I was like, okay, well, I'm going head first. There's no turning back now. And buckled up, and I was on the ride. It's just going to be quite a bit of just filling in and laying everything down from this point on. I can't wait till we get to the end, towards the end at least, where I start doing the background, because it just really makes it pop. And then what I decide to line the actual drawing with makes it even better. I hope you guys stick around for that, because it's my favorite part. Yeah, just gonna pop on out for a little bit and hope you guys enjoy watching the time lapse. I'll see you on the other side. Y'all, I had no idea what color to use for like the base of the actual body underneath these spots, but I'm so glad I went with this color. I definitely have learned to start with the lighter ones and then work your way darker when it comes to these alcohol markers, because once you lay them down, there's really no lightening them. It's kind of like working with watercolor in a way, but I'm really happy with this choice. Right about here, when I started adding this darker orangish brown, the marker says orange, but it's more like a brown rust color, I started to get pretty hesitant. My confidence wasn't the best, but I had already buckled up and I was already going head first, so I just went along with it. And once I started adding a lot more of the other colors and then fixing the contrast and the color ratio and whatnot with the adding of more of the spots, making them that dark blue, not just on right there on that right side, it fixed it, and it made me feel so much more confident. And you'll see that here in a second as we progress more. I just start just going for it. I'm no longer hesitating, and I'm just having a blast at that point. But yeah, you'll just watch that unfold. I'm gonna pop on out again, and you guys can just go ahead and watch the rest of this time lapse. I might pop back in, but if not, I'll see you at the end. So the color choices during this whole entire experience was daunting for sure, because like I said, I didn't do any thumbnailing or color planning or anything, and I didn't even really have a mindset really. I know I kind of wanted like rainbowy vibes with like a dark background, which is what we end up going with, but definitely Lisa Frank vibes. But it took me so long to decide colors sometimes, and I'm sure you can see that, but it is sped up, so it might be hard to see, but man, the anxiety is on another level when it comes to trying to make sure that it comes out the way that you want it to, and also filming. It's all new for me, so man, this is an experience, but all in all, I had a great time. Yeah. So right here, you'll see a little skip. You'll catch my first YouTube noob moment, if that's even still a thing, if people still say that. But yeah, it was only like a minute or two that I missed. My camera only records in 10-minute increments, so it was kind of a pain in the butt to keep having to look. And this definitely took a lot longer than 10 minutes. This was like a 2.5 hour art session. It's taking a lot of editing, but I'm having a blast so far. But you might notice a couple of those little skips here and there, but that's what it is I hadn't realized that my camera had stopped recording probably for a minute or so, but I usually catch it and start up recording again, so yeah, we'll just keep going with the flow. So this is honestly only my second time really using alcohol markers. I wanted them so bad for so long, and then when I finally got them and I tried them one time, it was so tough. Like, I was overthinking it because these alcohol markers are so forgiving. Like, probably one of the most forgiving mediums I've used, other than gouache or like acrylic, because they're so opaque, you know. I think that having a little base knowledge of like watercolor or just markers in general, something that, you know, you can layer, you're supposed to layer, has really helped. But to say that these things are forgiving wouldn't even be enough. They're like beyond forgiving. They're a great tool for beginners. And yes, they can be scary because you have to kind of like figure them out, but they blend so well. And if you just start from lighter and work your way up to darker, more, you know, robust colors, then you'll have no problem. Don't be afraid for so long like I was, because I'm having so much fun doing this with these markers, and it makes me want to use them more. My mind is just going nuts with all of the ideas that I could possibly put on paper, and I can't wait to try them out. Definitely be using these markers more. Yeah. How do you guys feel? Have you guys used alcohol markers? If you have, do you think they're forgiving, or do you have a hard time with them? Let me know in the comments. hey, we're getting so close to my favorite part, the acrylic gouache that I lay down in the background, and then the layering on top of that is my favorite. So do we like this whole pop it in and out with voiceover, or do we like the silence? Let me get like a poll down below just so I know for future reference. This is my first, hopefully, of many videos, so I kind of want to get my audience preference. So if people don't like the voiceovers, I'm not wasting my breath. Or if people want to hear from me more, like more about explaining the process or why I chose colors that I chose, or maybe story time, like just give me your ideas and I'll take them into consideration. See, I love gouache and acrylic gouache in general. I love working with it. It's probably my favorite medium. But I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus today when it came to working with this acrylic gouache. For some reason, I don't know if my water was different or something, but I paint a lot and I don't really have this issue. It was like more watercolory today, less opaque. I don't know, maybe my paints weren't mixed right or something, but I was struggling, that's for sure. You could probably tell, but I don't know, maybe I'll squeeze my tubes a little bit extra next time and try to mix it up better, but I think it turned out alright in the end. We're approaching there here in a minute, but yeah, I really enjoyed this whole process. I hope you guys did too. I'll see you at the end here in a minute. So coming up right here, you'll see a jump in the footage. I caught my camera not recording again. I had just outlined some of the spots on the forehead and such, but I don't know about you guys, but I think that choosing that red polychromo pencil to outline everything just took this over the top. When I had painted that sun behind the leopard, I had noticed that it was kind of like getting lost in translation, and I kind of wanted the leopard to be more of the focus of the piece, and I think that the outline is what did that. Yeah, there's nothing really like a nice bold red outline in my opinion. Red, I don't know if it's red, it might be purple. Burgundy, let's just go with that. But yeah, I think it really made it pop. Well, as we approach the end here, I'd like to say that it was a pleasure filming this and being able to put it up here on YouTube for you guys. I had a blast the entire time. I was nervous at first, yes, but I think it all worked out for the better. Definitely built my confidence a little bit more. I have a lot more practice to go, don't get me wrong, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Here at the end, right before the big final reveal or whatever, there's going to be kind of like a jump. I didn't get a chance to record like the white highlights and the whiskers and the little stars that I add. But yeah, here it is. Thanks so much, and please subscribe and like this video. I'll see you next time.